After 4 nights of flying, this is Montbéliard. This is Gordon Bennett TV. Have a look at this.
Un 04. Très bien, on fait plus rien. Ça freine toujours derrière. La plage est juste là.
Swiss one down, 82 minutes. Sorry, 82 hours and 3 minutes. I'm Regan Tetlow. This is Markus Haggeney.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Oh, excited. Really nice morning.
What an exciting few hours it's been so far.
Yeah, we didn't sleep. I mean, I think nobody slept.
It's been absolutely intense. I was waking up at 2, 3, 4, checking it. And we've been for a balloon flight this morning.
Excellent. I haven't.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure you enjoyed it. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Beautiful morning. Still 5, 6, 7 days now in France here. Yeah. Beautiful.
Let's have a look at some images on the screen. One more time with this landing, Marcus. Look at this. It's incredible to capture the images.
What you see, it looks like the children were playing with the sand. And in fact it is. They're throwing the last ballast out, not the last, but kind of adjusting their angle of attack to the ground. You can see it's a beautiful, wide open field. Within a few meters of the Black Sea, they have dry, high grass, so it's not so swampy as we thought. And they are now adjusting to flatten out and make it gently to a place where they will finally stop.
We were talking this morning with the team, our team, about, you know, what is land, what is swamp, what is, you know, where does the definition end? Well, you know, for the official landing.
Well, it's well, I don't know. I would say as long as the pilots have dry feet, it's okay.
That's a great way of looking at it. Should we see some maps?
That's not covered by the
No, no, that's not the that's not the rule book. That's a Gordon Bennett TV story. Let's have a look at some maps on the screen. Let's see what we've got going on.
Well, this shows the Black Sea. As we know, Bucharest, the capital, and this is the place where the Swiss landed. And the circle you can see here, the line is actually the maximum distance from our launch field. So the Swiss are really at that position. Everybody who wants to beat the Swiss needs to go beyond this line. And we can see here this space. This is Turkey already. This is Turkey. This is Bulgaria. So there is a theoretical option to get into this point, and only this position would beat the Swiss. And as we now know where the other teams are, we will now switch the map. You will see it's almost impossible at this moment, but you never should say impossible in a Gordon Bennett race, because we see lots of interesting developments. But people would have to go really to the southeastern edge of Bulgaria to beat the Swiss, and it would still be a thing of within 100 or 200 or 300 meters only. So this is really, really a sharp finish.
That's the map we're looking for.
Yes. Okay, this is the map we are looking for. So this is the border between Turkey and Bulgaria. So this position here might beat the Swiss. And as you can see, they're now heading to the coast from here and might land on that position, which means it would be a shorter distance compared to Switzerland, and it would be a shorter distance in comparison to what is theoretical, the to beat distance. And so I will not say anything now, but it looks theoretically not possible.
I've been saying it all morning. I'll say it again. I don't think there's a sport on the ground or in the air as exciting as this.
No, I can't imagine. And even better, pilots who are on the ground are still flying because they're full with adrenaline and they're just keep on going. They're just ecstatic. I mean, when they call me, I am usually the first to talk to them or one of my team, and they are just flying in another orbit. It's just unbelievable.
7 teams flying into the 4th night.
I can't remember a race where we had such a long race with so many balloons going in the 4th night. Really, we have had one longer flight, Wilhelm Eimer, some years ago, 92 hours. But that we have so many teams going into the 4th night is really something I have never seen before.
Let's check on the social wall, see what people are saying. Martin Bush says, good morning, Marcus and Regan. Just up from there, we've got a German message. You want to read that one, Marcus?
The top one. Oh no,
it just moved. There it is.
Screen. It's Friedhelm. Hi, Friedhelm. This is the only moment where I really feel a little bit sad to not have learned a better English. But I'm still enjoying to watch.
That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Für dich übersetze ich nachher auf Deutsch.
Auf ein Bein kann ich nicht stehen. That's my German. We got. Is that an Italian message there? Bueno a tutti. Va da Napoli for Maria.
Yeah, looks like it.
What's it been like in the headquarters office? It's a secure, locked down environment. We don't get in there much. How was it these last few hours in there?
It was tense, of course, but you can feel people are starting to make jokes. They laugh, they cheer out. The stress is away from us as well. We have almost continuous cooperation with the ATC stations, air traffic control. So it's a very professional environment, very relaxed. It's a group of people who like to work with each other. And the most important thing in my team, I always think, is the success criteria. If you want to enjoy beer at the end of a tough shift, that's the right group of people. And
Absolutely.
I think we all did that sufficient times this week.
We did. About 10 minutes ago, we spoke to Serge and Wim at the headquarters of SUI1. Wow, what a morning. Joining us on the video call, we got Serge, we've got Wim at the Freiburg Challenge headquarters, SUI1. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Talk me through your last few hours. How has it been?
It was very nice, comfortable, a lot of time to do a lot of things. No, it was a very hard time. But I need to present you our methodologist, because he's the key of the success of today's success of the Freiburg Challenge. Wim, he knew before the start of the Gordon Bennett competition where we were landing.
Really? Wow. How much time before the start did you know?
Well, actually, last week on Wednesday, it was the first time that solution came up in the and then every day I had a solution to get there.
Just Wim, one moment. I don't quite hear you. Let's just start that response again. I couldn't quite hear you, Wim. Just speak up. Try one more time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, actually, since last Wednesday, last week, the solution came up in the weather forecast. And since then, every day I had a solution to get there. So that was so with a high confidence. Then it was just in the beginning when we took off on Friday, and then the first day on Saturday. It was really terrible with the winds. There was no weather model that was correct, so that was not forecasting. That was no casting. We had to do it with the winds that we had. I think everybody had to do that. But then on Sunday, I think, when we got the winds in Germany, that was sure. That was something sure. Then we could play. Then we had our strategy.
But
it was difficult. Difficult edition, exciting edition, beautiful edition, but thrilling edition as well. And we did it.
You did it indeed. We were watching the tracking earlier. Off the top of my head, I think there were about 4,000 meters doing 65 kilometers an hour heading for the coast. We were kind of panicking, thinking it was too fast. You had it all under control.
Fast. You would say yes. I would say fast. No, we today in the night when the pilots discover we were going to Ukraine. They ask us what is going on, and we choose the trajectory very near to the border, 2 kilometers. It was the strategy to go as far as possible on the sea border, and the pilots were quite angry. They had some question to us, and at the end, we did some maneuver. The mountains in Romania, they were taking us away from the track, for the initial track, and I think with the climbing, descending, we tried many options, and at the end we could land at the very farthest point of Europe for this Gordon Bennett edition, what is very nice, and is all to put on the shoulder on our two pilots, Laurent and Nicolas, who did a very good job.
We've just
fine-tuning last night. Fine-tuning, because 2 or 3 degrees difference in direction made a big difference, and that's why we once we got down to 3,800 meters, and then we went back up to 4,800 meters. It was really finding the right direction to avoid actually the Ukrainian border, because that was a big headache. So once we passed it, yeah,
so precise, knowing exactly which degree, which altitude, down to the digit. Incredible.
But it was a big headache last night. It was hard work.
Just Wim,
nice.
just talk me through that first part of what you said there. We had a slightly bad connection. The big headache last night. Tell me that thought process. Tell me the work process.
Well, actually, we knew where to go to. It was just how to get there, and then you have those high winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere, going to the Romanian mountains, the Carpet Mountains, I think. But then you had that Ukrainian border that was disturbing, and 2 or 3 different degrees difference makes a big difference at the end. So it was really fine-tuning. One moment we got down to 3,800 meters to find a good direction, and then a few hours later it was back up to 4,800. It was really fine-tuning, and in the end we did it, and it's so amazing. It's art.
It is art. To be honest, we've been having discussions here in this studio. We all believe quite surely that this is not only the most exciting air sport, but arguably the most exciting sport available on or off this planet.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better. We've just watched a video of the landing, just those few seconds, shoveling the sand away. Really, really intense action.
The pilots need to keep the basket as near as possible of the ground, but it was there were quite no wind, 3 or 4 knots, and it was safe landing. It wasn't it was very.
Go ahead.
I should. Okay. It was safe, and with the video it shows that we went quite to the land's end of Europe this time edition.
Oh, fantastic! I was talking to somebody earlier who said they were amazed. It was about an hour before landing, and they were absolutely amazed that the pilots had an opportunity to take a photograph. This was like an hour before the landing. This friend of ours, now in seeing the video of the actual landing, is going to be even more surprised and amazed by how we're getting the images back. So, guys, you look relaxed in your faces. That suggests you're not feeling any pressure from Germany, no?
Not yet. We are waiting the last results, but they made until now a great run. Perhaps they go over the sea, but it looks like difficult to be waiting on the last result.
And beat us, you end up in the sea.
Say again, Wim. Repeat.
If you want to beat us, you end up in the sea.
It's true. So it's are you looking like a 1 and 2 for Switzerland, first and second? You think?
Oh, might be, yeah, could be. But everybody is welcome, the Belgians as well.
You're Belgium, I take it. We're being called Wim. That's a Belgian name. Yes, okay. So
legends are done.
How many more people are with you there in the office right now?
We are about eight people who are.
No, we're celebrating. No, there's a little bit more.
Serge, get them to come and show their face. Come and give us a wave. I think they deserve a moment on camera for such a great job. Get everybody around. Let's get them on Gordon Bennett TV.
They are away. No, it's a hard job. I guess all the teams had in the back offices a hard job. It's not easy to mobilize so many people and specialists, and it was a great experience for me to go over this time to organize the headquarters of a team and not to manage the event. It's very great, and I learned a lot of things about this lovely sport. I think we have a lot of opportunities in the next time with such media training, media opportunities, media informations to the people who may know now what's going on the baskets. Thanks for you.
Yeah, we've certainly set the level for getting the information out there. Question from Mark: the chase crew, where are they right now?
They are seeking the biggest city of Romania near Bucharest, and coming in 1 hour to take a boat, to then make 2 hours boat to go to Laurent and Nicolas to take the basket. It's a hard job for them now.
It's so exciting, isn't it? It's real adventure for everybody involved.
Yeah, certainly for them now. Now they're waiting in the swamps, but there's one positive thing: they can go eat pizza in that village nearby.
We were looking at that Pizza Hut throughout the night. Our good friend Benny Boss was posting a picture of that. Talking about that Pizza Hut. Wim, tell me a bit while you're here. Tell me a bit about your background. We've not really spoke to you before. Tell us a bit about your background with ballooning.
With ballooning, well, I'm a meteorologist in Belgium, weather forecaster for let's say the World Meteorological Institute. Sorry. And actually, I got into ballooning in 2011 by Luc Trullemans, the other Belgian weather forecaster that had a lot of successes. And yeah, well, I was doing my thing. I got some experience as well with the Solar Impulse, the solar airplane that flew around the world. And yeah, and also with the Gordon Bennett races now, which is yeah, a very nice experience to do. Actually, it's so thrilling, it's breathtaking, and yeah, I mean, that's what I like.
Fantastic.
It's my life.
For you guys there in the office, work continues. What's next for the next hour?
Getting wasted. I'm already halfway, okay?
Fantastic. And you deserve it, Wim. You absolutely deserve it. What an incredible job well done. Really, really. From all of us here, we congratulate you and the team on a great competition.
Thanks.
Thank you, Regan.
And we'll see you, hopefully, will we see you here at the closing or not?
We have to discuss now with Laurent and Nicolas, but we today evening we are managing something by us in Fribourg, and Laurent and Nicolas will import, will take with their lot of people of Fribourg on Saturday night.
Good, good. Well, it's not over until everybody's landed, but it's looking good for you guys. We'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks.
Markus, I was really shocked and surprised to find out how much communication goes on. We're talking to the headquarters there. So you've got the headquarters, you've got the team in the basket, you've got the ground crew. You've got some stats about how much communication happens.
Yeah, I talked to Thomas the other day, yesterday afternoon, and as we know, he's supporting Belgium, Spain, and USA. And they estimate they have between 800 and 1,000 WhatsApp per day to keep the machinery going. And that's communication between the ground and the air, and air to ground, and ground to ground. And so it's just amazing. The technology which is in place is just mind-blowing. Even here in the studio, I just counted in the break, we have 9 laptops looking at us with data on it and videos and streams, and it's just unbelievable. Yeah. We talk about the pilots, they are the heroes, of course. Yeah. But we must mention what's happening on the ground, and I appreciate the extensive footage and coverage you did on the ground teams.
Let's take a moment for Gordon Bennett TV. Thank you very much. All right. Back to the map. Let's have a look. Germany too. Let's highlight what they're doing.
Yes. Okay. At this moment, of course, we have several teams lining up for gold, silver, and bronze. But from what I think, it's a fight about silver and bronze. The Swiss are up there. Germany one landed. We talked about that a moment ago. Matthias Zeng and Benjamin, they are still flying at this moment. They are at above 3,000 meters, approaching the Black Sea at quite a reasonable speed, 31 kilometers, 20 miles per hour. We have Switzerland number 2, Kurt Frieden and Pascal, who have won the race a couple of times. Also approaching the sea. Their altitude is 2,000, so now they are descending, and it's very difficult because, I mean, you not like in an airplane when you miss the runway, you do a turn around, you have a one shot and that's it. So you need to be sure that you really address the angle of descent in a proper way, that you don't descend too early and that you don't descend too fast. So this is now a high, it's a very emotional moment for the pilots on board as well. So this is Kurt and Pascal, and then on the left hand side we have the Belgium team, Geert and Philip. They are at 1,700 meters, traveling 108 degrees with 20 kilometers per hour. So they are slower, but also because they're much lower than the others. So he's possibly already lining up in a more gentle angle to the ground. And then more to the left, the winners of last race, Vincent and Christophe, and they are still at 3,200 at 44 kilometers per hour. The balloon below is Spain, who landed earlier this morning. So 4 teams still there, and these 4 teams are now fighting for, I believe, silver and bronze.
It's intense stuff. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, really hope you're enjoying it. Let's just check on the wall. Sheila says another amazing, brilliant race by all teams. So exciting watching this. Anna says, very emotional. Jonas says, Noctiman.
Another guy from Meschede, which is a hub in German ballooning close to Warstein. He's a balloon friend. Hi, Jonas.
And then Frank Becker.
He's another one from the area. There are some, obviously, our community is following close up, and I'm sure they all have to hide away their screen from their bosses because it's office time in Europe. So it's not so easy to kind of follow what we are doing.
It really is. We're enjoying it. We hope you're enjoying the show too. Intense action. We spoke also to the headquarters of SUI2. Jean-Marco, SUI2 on the video call. Good morning.
Hello again.
How's the feeling right there now in your headquarters?
Well, actually, we are all quite tired. Our thoughts get slower and slower, but we're still trying our very best. And we're still in good spirits to make a very good result here.
Still got plenty of altitude, still got speed, still flying?
Yeah, still flying. And we have a very clear target to make the coast in the next couple of hours, and we try to make the biggest distance, of course.
Yes, for sure. Do you think there's any chance of getting in front of your Swiss brothers, or do you think it's going to be a second place?
No, the first place is not possible anymore. They actually did the very best result up there in the north already, but we are still running for medals, of course.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Do you think there's any danger from Germany with your position, or do you think you're more or less guaranteed this second place?
well, nothing's guaranteed. You never know how the winds will change, and how far we'll make it when winds get slower, or if they turn. So there's nothing guaranteed at all. But we have the possibility, I think, to get a better result in Germany right now. But yeah, we first need to do it, and it's hard.
It's an intense moment. As you said, you're tired. You've been up all night, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here since Thursday evening, and we are 5 people, and we're doing shifts, but we're always, at least 2 have been awake and monitoring everything, and yeah, we're getting tired.
So the team from SUI1, they were telling us a few moments ago that their landing spot was already decided before the even launch of Gordon Bennett. What about you guys? Were you that far advanced?
Well, yeah, we have also looked actually at the spot of Switzerland 1, and then we have decided against it due to the, I think, difficult retrieve they will have. And when we saw that the winds are favorable for the second best position, we switched to that strategy.
When was that, Jean? When did you switch?
I think that must have been somewhere around Sunday.
And the chase crew, where are they now?
They're actually quite close to the balloon. They told us they will be at the coast in 30 to 40 minutes, and they will support the balloon with ground wind measurements as soon as they're there. So I think they have the balloon in sight.
Amazing. So, yeah, tell us a little bit, explain to the people back home about that support, getting there on site before the landing. What did they do, the chase crew? They, when they took off, when the balloons took off, they went back to the hotel in Montbéliard. Then they had the possibility to sleep at home the second night. They even came to the headquarters and had dinner with us. And then, yeah, they went to the long drive. I think they still managed to get into a hotel this night, but they're up early and driving to the coast since hours. And 7 teams going into the 4th night. Quite a rare occurrence for Gordon Bennett.
Yes, it is quite rare, and actually our pilots also did their personal record.
That's fantastic. So the feelings are good there right now. Spirits are high. Of course you're tired, ready for some rest. Not many hours to go, Jean.
Well, we hope we will be done just afternoon.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Does anybody else in the team there want to give us a wave? Do they want to stay behind the camera, or do they want to come and say a quick hello? They deserve it, you know, they deserve it. They've worked hard.
I'm getting them to wave.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello. Tell us who you are. Give us your names one by one.
Corey.
Roman.
Well, guys, I'm sure the world of the internet is giving you a big round of applause right now. You've done a great job. Thank you very much for all your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you, internet.
See you next time. Bye. Bye. So, Markus, they changed that strategy a while ago.
Oh, on Sunday. I mean, this is unbelievable. And we saw Daniel, he's working for Meteo Swiss. He does an excellent blog on web pages in Switzerland. When you give these Meteo guys the time to look into weather and to present it, nobody would ever complain again about wrong weather forecast. What these people know days in advance and build it into their strategy is just stunning. And I'm pleased that the audience can see what's possible today with computers and with deliberate work on the models. It's really amazing. So my appreciation really to all you Met guys and support teams. Excellent job. Thank you.
So before we leave, let's have one final look, Markus, at what's left for these teams.
Well, what's left is, we heard just a minute ago, they are fighting for the medals, which means silver and bronze. It's pretty sure now that Switzerland #1 will defend its best position. So we have the teams flying here: Germany 2, Switzerland 2, Belgium and France 1. Germany 1 landed, so I assume they would like to beat Germany 1, who is currently in second position. So it's not really sure who will be silver and bronze, but it will be one of these: Germany 1 or Germany 2 or Switzerland 2 or Belgium 1 or France 1. I mean, that's absolutely amazing after such a long time. I mean, what's the counter now? 86 hours and 33 minutes. It's unbelievable. I mean, the longest race ever in history was 92 hours. So we are about to break the all-time records. And such a dense group of competitors. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
We're sure you're impressed. We are as well here in the studio. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to be back at 2 p.m. for our next wrap-up of Gordon Bennett 2019. But after an incredible morning and a crazy video from Swiss One with their landing, we'll leave you with that. Bye-bye.